A warm greetings to all participants for the National Maritime Week Celebration 2021 with our theme for this year, which is Seafarers at the Core of Shipping's Future. I welcome you all to the Virtual Maritime Skills Olympics 2021 for Marine Deck in Region 6. A program brought to you by the Philippine Coast Guard as lead agency in cooperation with the Philippine Ports Authority or PPA, Maritime Industry Authority or Marina, Women in Maritime Philippines Western Visayas or WIMAPHIL, and Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary PCGA Division 601.3. As we start, let us take a short moment for an opening prayer and to be followed by the Philippine National Anthem.
Dear God, it seems like lots of uncertainty around us. So many people who need prayers. Today I pray for those whose health is compromised by the coronavirus and other health issues. For those who suffer from the economic impact of the virus in travel, manufacturing, hospitality, energy, or so many other industries. For healthcare workers and first responders and other public servants who put themselves in harm's way for us. For our leaders of the world, our countries, states, and cities, as they seek to help manage this challenge. God, it can be overwhelming, but you tell us over and over again not to be afraid. Show me how to trust in you. As I examine my heart this Lenten season, help me to turn away from my concern with self and turn my heart, hands, and prayers toward the concerns of others. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pray. Amen.
Kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang mag-ibig, telas ang sinananan, alam ng puso, sa dikit mo'y buhay. Upang hinirang, kuya ka ng mag-ibig, sa manlulupin, di ka pasisingin, sa nagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit mo pagaw, ay hinatang tula, tawid sa pagkayang minamahal. Ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagtitindig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pamahiwag titindig. Lumang ang araw ng walhagis pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang hinigaya ng pagkay mga amin, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
program for our maritime skills presentation of different maritime schools for the Marine Deck, let us give a warm welcome to the inspiring and welcome message From Chief Mate Ray G. Langrio, the event coordinator of the Maritime Skills Presentations for Olympics 2021, as well as the site representative of St. THERESE-MTC College's Magdalo site.
Seafarers have been the unsung heroes of this pandemic, as the world relies on them to transport more than 80% of trade by volume, including vital food and medical goods, energy and raw materials, as well as manufactured goods across the globe. They have also been collateral victims of the crisis, as travel restrictions have left tens of thousands of them stranded on ships or unable to join ships. The World Maritime theme for 2021, Seafarers, the core of the shipping's future, seeks to increase the visibility of seafarers by drawing attention to the invaluable role they play now and will continue to play in the future. The Philippine Coast Guard is the leading agency in this year's week-long celebration of the National Maritime Week in the country. Here in Region 6, various activities were lined up by the Philippine Coast Guard together with the Maritime Industry Authority, Philippine Coast Guard Auxiliary, Philippine Ports Authority, and WIMA Western Visayas to celebrate the National Maritime Week and National Seafarers Day, which will be joined by numerous government and private agencies and maritime institutions. One of the activities we have is the virtual Maritime Skills Olympics. In previous years, higher educational institutions offering maritime programs gather and compete on various maritime skills. This year, because of pandemic and in observance of safety protocols, we will have it virtually. Some higher educational institutions offering maritime programs made some videos on different maritime skills that are used on board ships. We have a challenging year ahead, but together we will conquer. Let us all join in supporting our World Maritime theme, Seafarers at the core of the shipping's future. Keep safe everyone, and God bless us all.
Thank you so much, Chief Mate Ray G. Langrio, for your welcome message to all of us. Let us now focus our eyes to the maritime video presentation of different skills of our maritime schools for Boston's chair rigging from St. THERESE-MTC College's Tigbawan site, for the painting stage rigging from the University of Antique, and knot tying from St. THERESE-MTC College's Magdalo site.
Good day everyone, I am Ishmam Nava from St. THERESE-MTC College's Tigbawan site representing how to perform rigging work. A bosun chair is set used to suspend a person wheels going aloof to perform rigging work. This is a part of a bosun chair. This is a bridle eye. Seizing on the bridle forming eye. And this is the rope bridle splice to chair seat. And this is a set of bosun chair. This howling part of gun line leads up through block and back to bend in the chair. And this is how to make a bowline. And this is how to make hitch for holding chair and control lowering. This is the slack of gut line. That's all, and this is the end of bosun chair through virtual presentation. Thank you.
we will offer the best kind of education we could possibly give to your students. Nga proud kita nga Antiqueño, iya kita nga eskwela sa University of Antique.
Good day, everyone. I'm going to demonstrate the different techniques on how to tie knots, bands, and hitches, which are commonly used aboard the ship. But first of all, you have to know first the terms used in knot tying. Now I have here the rope. This is what we call the working end of the rope, and the remaining this side is what we call the standing part. Okay, in the concept of knot tying, this is the working end, and this is the standing part. If the rope is bent, if this rope is straight, okay, then if I bend it back, okay, this is termed a bight. And if I bend the rope and forming a circle, this is termed loop. So a loop may be an overhand, or another way around is the underhand. Okay. So I will start with the bowline. So here's how to perform the simple bowline. Okay, first is make a loop, small loop, then take the working end of the rope, pass it under the rope, then over. Okay, bring it under the standing part, turn it back to the loop from up, from over, then under, then tuck in an opposite direction. Now here's how the bowline looks. Okay, so another way of performing a bowline, okay, the faster way is like this. Okay, put the working end over the standing part, then make a loop, turn it on the standing part, then tuck on an opposite direction, then we have the bowline. So for French bowline, we have French bowline has two loops. Okay, how to perform is the same as performing on a simple bowline. First, again, is make a loop, small loop, then pass the working end under, but instead of passing up, okay, turn, make another loop, a bigger loop, then pass it under, back to the smaller loop, then over, as if what I have did on the simple bowline, then pass it under, then tuck both ends. Now we have the French bowline. I'm going to perform the bowline on a bight. First is make a bight, then make a loop, another hand loop. Okay, pass the bight on the loop from up, then going under, turn it back, okay, then hold the bight, push the rope, and tuck it in an opposite direction. Now we have the bowline on a bite. For the Spanish ball line, we will make a big loop. Okay. Then a smaller loop on the left, overhand, and another overhand loop on the right. Okay. Twist the bigger loop. Okay. Then put it outside the perimeter of the smaller loop. Then bring the smaller loops over the big loop. Tuck the big loop opposite of the standing part. Now we have the Spanish ball line. Now I'm going to perform the running ball line. Here's how. First is make a bite. Take the working end of the rope. Make a loop, an overhand loop. Okay. Pass it under the standing part. Okay. Bring it back to make the bite a loop. Then pass it under the small loop. Then same as ordinary ball line. Okay. Pass it over the standing part and under the loop. Okay. Now we have the running ball line. Okay. Why it is called running ball line? Because the eye is adjustable. Okay. The eye runs through the standing part of the rope, and still the ball line is present. Okay. How to tie a rib knot, or another term for rib knot is a square knot. Hold both ends of the rope. Okay. This will be my right hand and left hand. Bring the right hand rope over the left hand rope. Make a half hitch. Then this left hand rope will be over the right hand rope. Okay. Tap on an opposite direction. Okay. Now we will have the rib knot. Okay. The advantage of a rib knot over a tip knot is that it is easier to untie. Just make a tuck on any of the working end of the rope. Okay. Tuck it, then pull on an opposite direction. For the tip knot, here's how to do it. Make a bite, the end of the rope. Pass the other end of the rope on the bite. Bring it, pass it over on the side of the working end of the other rope. Okay. Pass the working end and the standing part. Then pass it under the bite. Now we have the tip knot. Tip knot is on the working end is on the opposite side of each other. And the same with the rib knot or the square knot. here's how to perform the granny knot. Like the rib knot, okay. Put one rope over the other. Okay. But on the same side, put it again over the other. Then turn it. Then tuck on an opposite side. Now we have the granny knot. Here's one way of making a ship shank. Okay. First is make the rope. Okay. 2 bites. Then make an underhand loop on one side. Then pass the bite under the loop. Tuck. Okay. Go to another end of the rope. Make one underhand loop, pass it under the loop, pass the bite under the loop, and tuck it on the opposite direction. Now we have the ship shank. Bend is kind of knot tying that involves when you're joining 2 different ropes. Now, in joining 2 different sizes of rope, okay, ship bend is commonly used on board the ship. How to do it? This how? Okay. So we have the bigger rope. Make a bite of the bigger rope. Okay. Then we have the smaller rope. Take the end of the smaller rope, pass it over or under. Okay. Pass it under the smaller rope. Bring to the side of the working end of the rope. Pass it under the bite. Then bring it over. Okay. Passing under itself and tuck the smaller rope while holding the bigger rope. Now we have the ship bend. Okay, to make it more secure, okay, just turn another round of the working end of the smaller rope again and tuck the smaller rope on an opposite direction from the bigger rope. Now we have the double ship bend. Now we're going to join 2 ropes of the same size by carrick bend. Okay. Here's how to do the carrick bend. First is make a underline small loop on one end of the rope. Okay. Take the other end of the rope, bring it under the loop, pass it over the standing part of another rope, then pass it under the working end over the standing part. Okay, pull the standing part of that same rope, then tuck on an opposite direction. Okay, so now we have the carrick bend. So hitch is tying a rope to an object. Here's one technique of tying a rope to an object. Okay, this term as club hitch. How to perform club hitch is bring the rope on the object. Okay. Turn the working end, passing the standing part over. Turn it again. Bring it under. Then tuck on an opposite direction. Now we have the cloud pitch. To make it secure, okay, to make it more secure, just make a half pitch. Okay. Now we have the cloud pitch and a half pitch. For timber hitch, turn the working end of the rope, pass it on the standing part of the rope, then make a turn, make at least 3 turns on itself, and tuck on the opposite direction. Okay. Now we have the timber hitch. Another technique of securing an object with a rope is by way of highwayman's hitch. How to do it? Make a bight with the rope. Okay. Bring it on the object. Pull. Okay. Bring your hand to the standing part of the rope. Pull. Okay. To make a second bite. Then bring the working end of the rope and make another bite of the second bite. Then pull the standing part of the rope. Okay. Now we have the highwayman's hitch. It's very easy to untie a highwayman's hitch. Okay, just pull the working end. That's it. Okay, we're going to perform the rolling hitch and how to do it. Okay, here's how. Okay, bring the working end of the rope, turn it around, passing over the standing part. Okay. Bring it around, pass it again over the standing part. Then bring the end of the rope under and tuck it on the opposite direction. Okay. Now we have the rolling hitch. Here's how to do the fisherman's bend. Actually, fisherman's bend is a hitch. So here's how to do it. Okay. Turn the working end of the rope. Turn it around twice. Okay. Bring the end of the rope under the turns. Then tuck the rope and make a half hitch. Now we have the fisherman's bend. That's all, and thank you.
To finally end our maritime skills presentation for this year 2021, the President of the WIMA-Phil, or Women in the Maritime Philippines, Western Visayas, as well as the College President of St. THERESE-MTC Colleges, one of the empowered women in the region, Dr. Maria Teresa S. Arabia, shall give her closing speech for this event.
Commodore Hostilio Arturo Cornelio, PCG, District Commander, Coast Guard District Western Visayas. Engineer Eduardo P. Goles, Port Manager, PPA PMO Iloilo. Director Felisa Orongan, Regional Director, Marina Region 6. WIMAFIL Western Visayas officers, WIMAFIL ladies and youth, distinguished speakers, guests, friends, students, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. The COVID-19 pandemic has brought unprecedented challenges to the maritime supply chain and called for accelerated adoption of digital technologies and innovations in various aspects of maritime operations, including the area of maritime education and training. As such, I congratulate the organizers for innovating the pre-pandemic Maritime Skills Contest and turned it into a virtual Maritime Deck Skills presentation. In behalf of the National Maritime Week lead agency, the Philippine Coast Guard, we would like to thank the organizers, all the participants and stakeholders who have helped to make this activity a success. Let us give them all a big round of applause. Good day, and may God keep us all safe.
We would like to acknowledge the Event Coordinators Committee, the chairpersons from the Philippine Coast Guard, the co-chairpersons from the Women in Maritime Philippines Western Visayas, our event coordinator, Chief Mate Ray G. Langrio, our Chief Coordinator for Marine Deck, Chief Mate Renate Asuncion, and the Secretariat in Charge, Mr. John Ray Britannia. We appreciate the cooperation of all participants for this virtual event. We all pray for the safety and good health of everybody. I am your host, Dr. Lorena M. Opong saying, Carpe Diem.